You are listening to the Hello Sport Podcast. Welcome back, punters and dribblers. Thursday, Arvo. Just got back from Uni. Forgive the fucking yawn. I'll keep them to a minimum today, punters and dribblers. Don't you worry. I'm a professional first. I'm a podcaster first. Playing hurts second. As I simultaneously yawn and pass wind.
Oh. Mate, you had it fucking easy. I had to drive back while you laid in your fat ass in full recline with the jacket as a blanket and your hat over your eyes, punching out the big Z's. I'm the one who had to keep the car on the road in the driving rain, doing my absolute best, listening to some crap on the radio that I didn't enjoy.
Yeah, the radio station choice was fucking poor from you, mate. Yeah, that was on you. That was on you.
No, well, look, we listened to fucking Kempy.
That was
on
good.
SCN, and then I didn't change
good.
it. And then I didn't change it.
That was good.
And I didn't change it. I fought the urge to pull over and have a nap on the side of the road. I thought, nah.
You should have let me know, mate. Stop, revive, survive is the rules.
It is, and I made a call. I made a call that I was okay, but I just wanted to because I was over it.
Well, you're looking at me jealous because it was. I mean, even then, I didn't really sleep. I dozed, but it was enough.
I was just over it, you know what I mean? Like, I was just over it, and it was taking fucking ages, and I was starting to count the meters, I reckon, and that's no way to live. When you're counting the meters on a 200k fucking car trip, you're in big trouble, and I was.
Counting the meters. Good God, like with one of those meter counters, those...
Trundle wheel.
Trundle wheel.
Shout out to Trundle Wheels. Hope you're still doing all right.
Shout out to KO and to No Limit and to Gal and to Garside and to Butch.
Dude, Butch is no joke. We'll get to Butch.
We'll get to Butch, Nikita Zoo.
Georgie Rose,
Matt Rose, Trent Rose, the Roses. Shout out to that old billionaire with fake teeth who wouldn't stop dancing all night.
Old Red Shoes.
Red Shoes. I actually had a yarn to Red Shoes in the bathroom.
Anyway, you yarn to Red Shoes?
Had a yarn to Red Shoes. No one knows what we're talking about. We were at the Gallon fight last night. It was fucking awesome.
Yep, loved it.
It was fucking awesome, dude. Boxing, Biffs in general, I assume, but boxing live it's the way to do it.
It's definitely the way to do it.
I mean, will it stop me from buying one? No. But seeing it live, whew.
Well, you can't go to all of them, Tom. That's just the reality. That's just the way of the world. But I'll be fucking buying them all if I'm not at the event. Know that. Now, big shout out to our dear friend Carlos from KO.
Yeah.
A dear friend.
And the whole KO team.
100%. But special mention to Carl.
Special mention to Carl.
He looks after us. Got us at the fucking front row.
We were saying it was like...
Double A.
It was like a dribbler's version of like Fashion Week. You know, you see all the like chicks at like the front row of Fashion Week posting fucking photos of some chick in a garbage bag talking about how it's, you know, revolutionizing fashion.
What do they call it? The fro row?
Fro. They shorten it to fro, which is really, really... See what they've done there?
Not to be confused with afro.
No, but what they've done is they've combined front and row and made it fro. Because that's where they're sitting.
I get it.
So technically, that's where we were sitting.
These people are so busy with their lives, they don't have time for the one more syllable.
Don't have time to say front row. It's an economy of words, situation, I think. How can I get the least amount of effort into this, but the maximum amount of words into a word? Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense, Tom. A terrific amount of sense. You're playing a blinder today. So we were in the fro, punters and dribblers.
We were throwing.
That. We were throwing.
Toing and throwing.
We were toing and we were throwing and we were hooting and we were hollowing and we were yipping and yahooing and ripping and tearing. That's what we were doing last night at the Newcastle fucking entertainment shed. Yeah. It's unbelievable
in terms of sheds.
Listen, I have been around sheds my whole life.
Yeah, I've grown up around sheds.
I've grown up in sheds. I've been reared in sheds. I've shorn sheep in sheds. I know a shed.
Sheep in your life. You wouldn't even touch the sheep. You didn't know chickens were sold raw.
I haven't. It's all bullshit. But I've been in shearing sheds. That's all you need to know.
I've certainly been in a shed.
Yeah, exactly. And
been in a shed or two.
I don't know if I've made love in a shed, but like,
it's a good question. Actually, I reckon you might have, Eddie.
I reckon I have. I'm going to say that I have because of my strong affinity with sheds. What the point is, punters and dribblers, is that shed was one of the great sheds all time. And
just a quick point of note to anyone wondering if we are ourselves recording in a shed. It is piss and rain here, and we are tin roof operators, it would seem. I didn't realise when we were renting this place that we're in a tin shed under a flight path.
That's what happens when you fucking rent a studio during COVID.
During COVID. And there's no nothing going on. That being said, we'll persevere because we want to go home. As the rain subsides ever so slightly, here you find us. We watched several grown men and women bash each other last night. There's something about the boxing, we were saying this, where it's like, not every fight's a barn burner. So you're sort of like mingling and chatting and, having a nibble on some food. It's kind of like going to a dinner party that has people beating the shit out of each other in the middle of it, which I think is lovely. It's like a civilized evening of assaults.
It is, and it's a lot of fun to have going on as you sit back and you might have a few Chardonnays and a few Sauv Blancs and a few. Well, they didn't have blokes.
They didn't have blokes, sadly, but we were drinking beer.
And we're having a great time, shooting the shit, seeing people go to work. I think that the nefarious part of boxing was on full display last night.
The criminal element of any Australian boxing event, and I assume boxing events globally, is an added layer of enjoyment for me.
I tell you what it made me feel, Tom. Cultured.
Yeah, you're mixing it with crims. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not a criminal.
No. But do I occasionally walk past some at boxing events? Yeah, I do.
Did we walk past dudes in fur coats with like tattoos basically on their eyeballs? Yeah.
Yeah, we did. Were they
intimidating as fuck?
Fucking
Absolutely.
oath. And that fur one guy was wearing, I was like, bro, you're all presents.
Yeah. And some shit did kick off at one point where like, sadly we didn't get any explanation as to what happened, but fur coat gentleman who... Fur coat heavy, I think we'll refer to him as the fur coat heavy. He walked to an exit with his boys around him, his what did you call them? His pit bulls, with a purpose, a calmness, and a confidence of a man who's fucking belted cunts in the street before, and probably has the backing of some even heavier heavies.
Yep. Well, he walked with purpose and. Sometimes
with cops chasing him, and he's like, "I'm not running."
No, but he wasn't running. He literally just walked. It was a brisk walk, know that, but it wasn't. He was not flustered in any way.
If you're a police officer, I'd be nervous fucking going and chasing that guy.
I'd have a sickie,
and I'd have a gun on my hip, and I'd be like, you know what, dude, not paying me enough.
I know. When you see, the reality is they're not paid enough to deal with cunts like that.
No, they're not. Full respect to the cops.
Mate, we got a bit of a run through. We saw the fucking fires getting ready. We had a great time. No Limit. KO rolled out, the red carpet.
The proverbial red carpet.
For a great night of fights. Now, we'll start with Harry Garside. Now, punters and dribblers, if you listen to our podcast with him, you'd know that A, it was amazing, but B, you'll know that he short-balled us into a round 7 stoppage. Now, I hope to God you were all on it with us because it was special.
Yeah.
When that ref called the fucking bout in the 7th and we all got paid, baby.
We were looking like the most inspired punters of all time. We had dribblers behind us who were like, fucking, how did you do it? And we were like, listen, the guy you just watched bash another guy is a dear friend. And he short-balled us. He said he was going to do it in the 7th. He did it in the 7th.
Now, it gets better.
Shout out to the Tasmanian townie who he kicked the fuck out of.
Mate, I tell you what.
I liked him.
The Tasmanian townie, he's a big fucking vibe. He was all wood chopper, that bloke. Like,
he came out to it. You know that song? I don't even know who. I only know this bit of it, but it's like an old song. Everybody's gotta hurt somebody. I'm looking at you, Dave.
Yeah, no.
He came out to that, but it was like that on loop, but with some weird effect on it. So it sounded almost like something you'd hear on a radio in there, like The Hills Have Eyes or some shit. So it was like really intimidating, but it was cool. And he came out in a bucket hat. If you didn't see it, you should have seen it. You should have ordered it on KO. But he was a vibe.
He was a tough cunt.
He was there to get punched, and punched he got.
He was outclassed by a superior boxer, but he fucking hung around for a long time and wore some serious punishment.
You could argue he hung around for the perfect amount of time.
Well, he did, because we all got paid, Tom.
Yeah.
So it was actually literally the perfect
amount of time.
The perfect amount of time.
I think his song was Everybody's Gotta Learn Sometime by the Corgis.
Right.
Okay.
There's a line in that song that's everybody's got to hurt somebody or something like that. And it just kept playing, and it was sinister because he was out there to hurt someone, and it was just fucking cool.
Very, very good stuff.
Harry, a slick dude, slick cat. I tell you what, before the fight, he couldn't have seemed more calm and normal. Like, he was walking around fucking mixing it, yarning to people and shit. You're like, you seem way too calm.
Yeah, he was fucking calm, like frighteningly calm. I envy that in people, right? Not that I'm fucking like needing to be calm in the face of like, I mean, put it this way, like, the only time that I really get nervous now is if, like, we do a live show, right?
Yeah.
I would like to bring that calmness into my life on those events.
Yes.
Because he looked like he was about to go and fucking have a bath and go to bed.
He couldn't have looked. He couldn't have. It looked like he was at a Sunday barbecue with friends and family.
And the sweet aroma of, you know,
snag,
lamb
onion,
chops and snags
skewers.
and onion, and, you know, bread rolls are fresh and they're getting cut open. They're getting ready to get pounded.
Springtime flowers.
Yeah,
you know,
the birds are buzzing. Birds are chirping. The bees are buzzing. You know,
fresh
like
cut grass.
100%.
Champagne popping, maybe a little bit of bubbles.
Yeah.
Who knows? Like, it's a Sunday.
Harry, I've just opened a bottle of bubbles. Can I get you one?
Can I get you some?
And if not, would you like a bloke?
Yeah.
And if not, would you like a tequila? Like, what do you want?
What do you want?
And what do you need?
Yeah. Like just the sort of rolling laughter of just mixed conversations, sort of just
there might be some jazz on in the background.
Yeah,
you know
someone
what I mean?
bought a U-boom, dude, like, and a rug. Your
Fuck
shoes
yeah.
are off. You know, you're feeling the grass in between your toes.
Yeah. There's dogs running around.
Yeah, dogs intermittently coming up and, you know, saying g'day. Kids laughing.
There's a bowl of Ferrero Rochers that are just waiting to get fucking worked.
Yeah. Nan's in form. Nan's giving out
Nan's
hugs.
in form. Well, Nan's just slipped you an envelope full of cash.
That's how Harry was behaving. Like, Nan had just slipped him a roll of 50s in the back pocket.
And you go, Nan, you shouldn't have. And she goes, you're my favourite.
Nan, you shouldn't have. You're on a pension. You don't work anymore. It's fiscally irresponsible, but I'm taking it.
Yeah. 300 was, you know.
I'm taking it to the pokies. Things going straight into a...
Yeah, Queen of the Nile. Or
Queen of the Nile. Responsibly, Nan. I'm not going to blow all of it. I'm looking to double it, if I'm going to be honest with you.
Look, see it as an investment. I mean, you know.
This is you investing in me.
Yeah, I mean, you're not getting your investment back. But
well, no, you're not. There's no yield for you, Nan. I guess, you know, you're investing in my happiness, though.
Yes.
And, you know, a couple of scoos and a slap is certainly going to take the sting off just the general, you know, weight,
just life.
the heaviness of life.
So that was Harry.
That was
cool,
Harry.
cool as a fucking
Cool as a
cucumber.
Kiwi, mate. Cool
Oh
as.
my god, dude! Like, fucking cucumbers would be jealous of that. Cunt.
Yeah, they would. They'd be like, "Fuck, he's cool."
And he showed. He goes out there and he fucking rips and tears, gets the job done.
Yeah.
He was full of smiles afterwards. Obviously, we gave him a big hug and shit.
Big hug,
kiss.
big kiss. You know, big hug, big kiss.
Yeah, you get it. Now we move to the
Butch.
butcher.
Butch,
Butch,
Zoo.
dude. Butch is no joke. Nikita Zoo, holy shit.
Now, what do you do when you haven't interviewed the Butch, but you know that you got a boxer coming up who's Kostya's boy?
Yep.
So he's a son of Kostya. He's got pedigree, Eddie.
Yeah, well, he's from the right bloodline, Tom.
Correct.
You know, good stock.
Good stock, Russian,
Yep.
tough as fuck,
Yep.
and he's called the Butch. What do? You go, well, it's to me, if you're called the Butcher and we're in Zoo Castle and, you know, we need to what we're trying to do here is promote Butch. This is about Butch. So I'm hoping that whoever Butch is up against is going to get fed within an inch of their life. Mm-hmm. And
Live up to the name.
To me, a round one stoppage was the only option.
It was. I'd had a little pre-match flutter on round 5. I came over, and as good mates do, you talk things through.
Yeah.
You got to nut things out.
Yeah,
you got to get down to the nitty-gritty. And as we said on the Bloke podcast yesterday, sometimes you need to run a bath, okay, and then sprinkle in that narrative and that yarn, baby, and soak
what
it
we did.
all up.
We had a bath.
We had a bath.
We hopped in
Yep.
and we just worked through what's the most likely outcome here.
You're in Zoo Castle. You've got a guy who is a brilliant, top-tier, grade A boxing stock.
Well, he's a butcher by trade, Eddie.
His name's the Butcher, and you're in Zoo Castle. I mean, do the fucking math, people. People asked us yesterday, those dribblers behind us, how do you do it? Why are you so brilliant? We go,
Because we get in a bath.
open your eyes, bruh.
We're in a bath, dude.
Open your eyes. Run a bath, sprinkle in that narrative and that yarn, and the answers will come. And they did in the form rather of $8 round one winner. So we just go round into round. At this point, Tom and I are swimming in coin.
Yeah.
And
The bath's now filled with coins.
yeah, yeah, the water's out, the coins are in, and we're starting to feel each other. You know what I mean? We're starting to really vibe.
Really vibe. You know, toes touching. Fucking, how we doing? How we doing? all platonic, obviously. Eddie and I are not sexually involved.
That may come as a shock to some.
Just mates.
Just mates. Do we need to clarify that?
Look, mates who bath, dude. That's all it is. Mates who
Dude,
share
you're not really a
bath.
mate unless you
Unless
bath
you
with
at
him.
least
though.
shared 1 or 2 baths together in the pursuit of picking winners.
Well, dude, if all I have to do to pick winners is have a bath with you, then sign me up.
Sign me up, dude. I'm in. Get me pruny, dude. I'll sit in that fucker as long as it takes.
Prune? Sure, dude.
Sure, dude.
I'll prune up. No worries at all.
In the pursuit of winners.
On pruniness, why is it that only your hands and feet get pruny? Why don't your arms and shit?
I reckon they're the first to get pruny. Maybe because they're soft up. But if you really committed to
Wouldn't
a
they be
fucking-
harder? They're actually harder.
Well, whatever the difference is, that's why they prune. And I think a consistent, like if you sat in the water for as long as it took, I reckon you'd come out a full human prune.
Wow,
That's that's a debate though for a later time.
Potentially.
No, I don't think so. This is really interesting. So it says that pruning of your fingers and toes is basically an evolutionary thing, which
I heard this, actually.
it gives you better grip
Yeah.
underwater on things.
Yeah, I have heard that as well.
Firstly, it makes sense, but that's fucking awesome.
I love that stat.
That's
It's
like
not a stat,
have you
but-
seen that new the new like Avatar trailer and they're all swimming underwater and doing shit?
I have seen the new Avatar
So
trailer.
that's like what humans used to be like.
Shout
with
out to
pruned
Brendan
fingers.
Cow, who was there last night, who was in the new Avatar.
Brendan Cow, one of the great men.
Yeah, he's a great man.
He's always fucking jolly.
Just
you know
a
what I
good-
mean?
And a yarner. A
Oh, he
yarner.
can spin a fucking yarn, dog.
He said we might
Well, he's a
try to get
thespian,
him.
Tom.
Well, he is a thespian. Shout out to thespians. He might actually come back in for another potty soon.
I'd do another one with Brandon in a
fucking
heartbeat,
oath.
dude. We'd get down and we'd just fucking shoot the
Just
shit.
dribble, dude. Talk a bit of fucking eyes up footy. Talk a bit of pruning of the hands, you know? Things that really fucking we need to walk out.
He's a good walker out of a narrative and a yarn, so we will be getting him in to do exactly that.
Now, shout out to the Butch one more time. Shout out to the Butch. We appreciate you. Round one stoppage. You fucked that guy up with like 20 seconds to go. We were up and about. People looking at us going, who are those two fucking gold standard punters in Fro?
Have a go at those cunts up there, just picking round after round in the double A seats.
Look at the gold standard Fro seating punters down there, just yipping and yahooing in a bath, no less. Look at the confidence of the men to have a bath in the middle of one of the great sheds all time. Tell you what, hadn't had a bath in his shed until last night.
Nah, first bath in the shed and loved every second of it.
Yeah. How old are you, Eddie?
31 and a pinch.
And a pinch. 31 and change. Guess how old I am?
35.
Wait, whoa. 32 and change. You know, basically 28.
33 in like a month.
But the important thing to note here, punters, dribblers, is that as you get old, this isn't an age thing, but it is for me. Because right now I'm talking about me. I'm getting a little older. And you know what? The ailments are coming in. Ooh, lower back hurts. Ooh, is that acne? Yeah, that's right. Adult 30-year-old onset acne, dude.
Yeah. Your penis might stop working.
My
as
penis
well, you know?
atrophies. In fact, no. Atrophy stiff. My penis not atrophies.
It's the opposite of atrophies.
Yes.
It's reverse
It's
atrophy.
reverse atrophy. Penis limp.
Look, sometimes you get reverse penile atrophy as you get older. That's what Tom's experienced
That's
currently.
the medical term, reverse penile atrophy.
Now, you can fix reverse penile atrophy very easily by going to pilot.com.au/hello sport. Now, if you use the promo code dribblers, yes, I repeat, dribblers, you're going to get your first doctor's consult for free. It's on Tom and I because we're nice blokes. We're great blokes.
We are.
We're here to help with reverse penile
Atrophy. Now, let's just be honest here, punters, dribblers. A lot of the time, men, blokes, fellas, dudes, we ignore the medical shit. We ignore the health problems, push them in the back of the mind, squash them deep and down, often like our emotions. Not a good call. But I get it. Sometimes you can't be fucked to go to the doctor. Shout out to at the Edgecliff Medical Centre. Beep his name. I have the answer, and it's Pilot. It's online. It's easy. Just make smart decisions and avoid the hassle of getting in there. You may not want to go now, but you're going to need to go at some point. So just sign up to Pilot.
Pilot.com.au/hello sport, promo code dribblers. Make smart decisions. We arrive at the main event, the pointy end, the business time.
Gal. Bash him, gal. That was basically what you would hear from the crowd. For the
Bash
entirety of the
him,
fight.
gal.
Bash him, gal. And I loved every second of
I
it.
fucking loved it, dude. The reality is this. Gallon was outboxed last night
By a boxer.
by a boxer. But
The boxer was out biffed by a biffer.
he fucking knew he was in a yarn, as Gal predicted, the later the fight went on. Because you just can't fuck Gal off, dude. He's a fucking animal, bro.
That Kristevsky dude kept fucking him up, and Gal just kept coming forward.
No, but kept marching forward at him, bro.
He's a mongrel, that Paul Gallen.
Oh, my God. He's the mongrel of all mongrels. Yeah. No one alive or dead has had more mongrel in him than Paul Gallen.
I'd agree with that. Edward.
That's a fact of life.
That's a mongrel.
He's all mongrel.
Yeah.
He's all mongrel. 100% mongrel. That's a fact. Now, we get to the 9th round and...
8th. Can't see Eddie's face.
That's perfect.
You can just yell out at us if we're doing that, Tommy.
That's fine. That's probably been like that for a while.
How long has that been?
Apologies for those watching on YouTube, but also I'm not
that's
sorry.
sorry.
I'm not. Well, in fact,
You're
I'm not sorry.
Not sorry.
Retracted.
Yeah.
Retracted. We get to the end of the 8th.
Which is where Gallen had told us he would finish this.
And he starts to show a bit of promise. And we're fucking frothing at this point. We're like, holy shit, we're a yarn here. The 8th comes and goes, sadly. You can't win them all.
2 from 3 ain't bad.
That's fine. So give it a rest. and we get to the 9th, and mate, that 9th round is one of the best rounds you'll ever see anywhere in the world.
I started filming it because I thought his trainer was going to throw in the towel. He had the towel in his hand. Gal was getting fucked up. And I was
He had the towel ready and primed.
I was like, okay, this thing's. I want to get the footage of the towel getting thrown. And as we're filming Gal, I actually haven't gone back and watched the video, but he does something to him. I'm assuming it was a punch. And all shit went out the window. And Kristevsky, he was damn near out, Eddie.
He was damn near out. He was fucked. He was hanging on by the skin of his nutsack. I tell you what, the fight had basically left his body, and then the bell rang, which was fucking annoying.
That was annoying.
But everyone was up and about, yipping and yahooing. It was a vibe in there in that 9th round, bro.
You know, like in cricket, how if they think there's going to be a result, they'll extend the day by half an hour or whatever.
Yeah.
Or the fucking session.
Yep.
If it looks like someone's about to get knocked out, they should like extend the round by 30 seconds.
Couldn't agree more.
At least if we've got money on a result.
Particularly if you and I do.
Yeah.
But I think it's more for it's like what's the narrative here? Do the people in Newcastle in this shed want Gallen to knock him out? Yeah, we do. So let's just extend it for a little bit.
We'll extend that round.
Because he would have beaten him 100%.
If that round had gone maybe 2 or 3 more minutes.
And then he gets back in there in the 10th and runs around for 3 minutes.
Yeah.
Fucking annoying.
Yeah, but you get it.
No, I get it. But as a viewer, as a spectator, I didn't love it. You know what I mean?
No.
I don't think there's anything wrong with admitting that.
No.
But I get why he did it.
Yes.
Makes perfect sense. But I would be surprised, punters and dribblers, if Gallen goes again. I
wouldn't like to see him go again.
I think it's time for Paul Gallen, who first and foremost did so much for the state. And to that, we owe him a great debt. Then transitions into a boxing career and has done a fuckload for Australian boxing. I think he's done enough.
I think he's done
I don't think he owes us a goddamn thing.
No, he doesn't. And he was getting fucked up. How many punches do you need to take? That's the thing, you know? Like, he's too tough for his own good.
Sometimes you just gotta step in.
Yeah. Mongrels will punch till their last punch is thrown.
That's sometimes particularly with mongrels, Tom, and we've worked extensively with them.
Yeah.
You've got to step in and draw a line in the sand and say, mongrel, enough's enough.
Good mongrel. Sit mongrel, sit.
Sit mongrel.
Good mongrel.
Stay mongrel.
Stay. Sometimes you got to fucking tie a mongrel up to a pole. Give him a bowl of water and some fucking food and just go, sit mongrel. Good job, mongrel.
Yeah. And just go, listen, mongrel.
You done good there, mongrel.
You've done fuck good, mongrel. That's good work.
Good work, mongrel.
But
give him a
enough's
pat,
enough.
Scratch a mongrel behind the ear
Yeah.
and tell him to fucking, let him sleep on a blanket on the ground.
That's how you deal with mongrels.
That's how you fucking get a mongrel to retire.
Time to a pole.
Time to a pole. Maybe put one of those shock collars on them in case they're trying to run out of the yard.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah. We can, I mean, it's all, you know, it's all possible.
There's workable situations with mongrel. There's not a one-size-fits-all approach to getting a mongrel to heal.
No, there isn't. And that's where, Tom and I come in.
Yeah.
Because we,
Mongrel whisperers.
We are mongrel whisperers, yeah. Like water diviners can find water, we can make mongrels heal.
Yeah, heal, retire, sit down.
Sit down. Et al. But, again, shout out to Gallen for being a fucking warrior.
Yeah.
Don't think we won't see another mongrel like that, Tom, in our time.
No, not in our time, Eddie. That's a mongrel's mongrel.
Oh, I'm a big fan of his work.
Oh yeah, dude. Hey, I got a question for you.
Yeah, bruh.
Fucking how good does Braithen Astor look in H2?
Oh my god, dude.
Braithen Astor in high def will fucking give you 12 extra inches on your hog.
I'll give you
in a moment's notice.
I will give you the hottest fucking tip in town. Braithen Astor under those bright lights doing the 360 last night in black tie,
bow tie.
bow tied all the way up, looked fucking hot.
Yeah.
Like, he was comfortably the most attractive person there last night.
It was Braith first, Daylight second.
Daylight, mate. Daylight. That's what. And his eyes were twinkling, bruh. Did you see
Dude,
that?
his eyes. I don't know if you remember the seminal sci-fi film Men in Black,
I do.
but when you go into the eyes of like a fucking cat or something, it would end up being like the galaxies. That's what it felt like to me. It was like if I was to dive into Braith's eyeballs,
Yes.
I'd essentially dive into just space, into the Milky Way, if you will.
I understand. And do you know what, Tom? I agree. I think you fucking nailed that.
I felt like I did.
Have either of you seen the movie?
Men in Black.
Yeah.
I've seen Men in Black, dude. They used
Yeah.
to put it on the fucking...
Dude, Men in Black's dope.
Yeah.
Men in
Well, it's
Black.
not, yeah.
Every time we went on a rugby trip, which was fucking basically every weekend, we'd get the bus and they'd put Men in Black on. And that's all we ever watched.
Well, you clearly don't remember it that well.
Why?
It was the cat had the little universe on its collar.
Oh,
You would
sorry,
zoom
I
into
got
the-
fucking slightly wrong.
Dude, I was
Dave.
like 8 years old, bro. What
I'm
the
fucking
fuck?
working off a little bit of sleep, mate. And I've been driving / being driven back from Newcastle. And I got the cat bit right, and I got the galaxy bit right.
Yeah.
The
That's all right,
eyes,
mate.
I was confused because we were talking about Braith's eyes. Cats also have eyes, Dave. Are you following?
I follow and I forgive you.
Fucking hell.
I'm just trying to do my job here of Dior.
You're the
Yeah.
type of bastard who's going to pick me up on the spelling of were and where and fucking we are.
Yeah, using the right to
They,
and
there,
it's, they, there. Yeah.
Like, Jesus. No, I mean, day to day, I get it, but fuck, I'm barely hanging on here, mate. I need support and
Love and care
I need to
and-
be lifted up.
But
you
shout
are right.
out again to Kai at No Limit. Thank you,
Dude,
very
that was
much.
fucking awesome, and would love to do more. Would love to do more.
Sign us up. Sign us up. We'll be there. We'll be there.
We'll be there.
Shout out to Roasty as well.
Shout out to Roasty. Good to meet the NRL Roasty Roast.
He's a good man.
He is a good man.
We chucked a fair bit of nut last night with Roasty.
Yeah, we did. We wound up at a pub, Pound and Pokes, and then we all ended up at Max's together, which is a nice, you know.
It was a beautiful way to end the evening.
Yeah.
I, if you're wondering, went with a large quarter pounder meal and then played 10 nuggets off the side.
Well, you have to, mate. If you're not playing
With
10
mustard.
nuggets,
I
then
repeat,
you're
with
fucking off your
mustard.
head.
If you've never dipped your Macca's nuggets into their sweet mustard, you haven't lived.
Sweet mustard, the only way to go.
Yeah, but what about sweet and sour sauce? Bruh, you haven't
Shut
had
up,
sweet mustard,
dude.
have you?
It's sweet mustard or die.
You haven't had sweet mustard, I can already tell.
Honestly,
Is it sweet or is it spicy? It's almost
no,
like a bit
it's
of tang.
sweet. I'm not like looking to get another tattoo, Eddie, but if I were, it'd be a fucking sweet mustard or die. Under the neck.
Yeah. I just get a photo of the little sauce itself.
We'll see, that's tasteful as well.
Just on the wrist.
Yeah. With sweet mustard or die underneath.
Yeah.
But I think my brother's keeper-esque Kobe Abbott and Bra Boy style.
Swad.
Swad.
Wait, smod.
Smod.
Yeah.
Well, listen, I think Swad has a better ring to it, so who cares? I think we go with Swad. And if anyone asks, we just tell them to fuck off. Sweet mustard
I might
undefeated.
see. I might give Kobe Abbott a call and just see who did his
Who
tat.
did his work and whether they're still going.
Yeah, and just get sweet mustard
Sweet
or die
mustard or die.
across the chest. Kobe, a dear friend, so I'll
No,
give him-
Kobe will be gracious and he'll help us out, I'm sure.
I'm sure.
I'm sure.
Um,
I don't.
on food, Tom.
Yeah.
On food.
Yeah.
It came to my attention yesterday, and by extension, your attention, that there was an article doing the rounds.
Oh my God. This is This is like, there are little watermark moments, I think, in our journey together as punters and dribblers and podcasting, and this is possibly the greatest achievement in the history of the show.
In the history of the show. You might need to speak up a little bit over there, buddy.
Sorry,
I can barely
mate.
hear you. You've diminished to a whisper.
It's like the final breaths. I'm just going to fall asleep on the mic.
Christopher Mushin, a dear friend, sent me an article in the Dubbo Times. It was also on the Daily Telegraph website. I think they're affiliated in some way. It was basically an article about the best eateries in Dubbo revealed. It's called Spoilt for Choice. Best eateries in Dubbo revealed, dailytelegraph.com.au.
Who's the journo? Shout out the journo.
The journo will be shouted out if my fucking phone decides to load. Eamon Berta.
Shout out to Eamon.
Now, 8 of the best cafes and restaurants and cafes in Dubbo. If you're looking for a fabulous venue for your next lunch or dinner date, look no further. We've done the hard work for you to discover Dubbo's best restaurants and cafes. Now, the first one, unsurprisingly, on the list is the Royal India Resto Bar, 29 Bolt Street, Dubbo. I've spoken at length about my love affair and my affinity for the best Indian, potentially,
Well, Dubbo first, world
Yeah.
second.
That's right. So I'm going to read it out to the punters and the dribblers. It's Dubbo's best restaurant, according to TripAdvisor and former Dubbo local turned popular sports podcaster Edward Simpson. It's fucking terrific, Mr. Simpson said on the Hello Sport podcast following his visit to Dubbo over the long weekend. It's just about appreciating phenomenal Indian when you can eat it. It is best in class. This place stacks up globally. I think that this Indian restaurant should be awarded some sort of global recognition because it is outstanding. In the spirit of celebrating Easter festivities, Mr. Simpson went on to claim the rest of bar's cheesy naan bread was enough to bring Jesus back from the dead. Oh my God, bro.
Oh, fuck, that's so good. Oh, fuck. Stacks up globally. You've never eaten Indian outside of Australia.
Mate, I'm pretty sure I've only eaten Indian in Dubbo and Sydney.
Oh, fuck, that's so good. Oh, I'm going to die. Oh, fuck. Oh, shit.
Oh, dude.
It stacks up globally. Oh, fuck, that's
Mate.
good stuff.
Oh,
That is fucking good stuff.
shout out to Eamon.
Shout out to Eamon. You made my fucking day.
I was in tears yesterday over that. I'm in tears again.
Yeah, it's still funny.
It's tear-inducing.
Oh, that was a good laugh. That was good.
Mum, if you're listening, I reckon you fucking put that on the fridge.
Pin that up. Mama Sims, pin that up on the fridge.
Put it on the fridge, Ma. Put it on the fridge. Are you proud of your boy?
Proud of you, boy. just the fucking the quote at the start. It's fucking terrific. How ridiculous. How ridiculous. Someone reading this going, fuck, he loves that Indian joint.
People read that don't know me.
That's the most insane review of all time. He fucking loves that joint. Gotta try it out, mate. That fucking cheesy naan.
I'd tell, fuck, I'll give you that tip. I reckon I'm half inclined to get a free feed there.
They could do worse than to start kicking you a few free cheesy naans, bro. After a review like that, holy shit. That was good gear. Oh. That was good gear.
And what's funny about it as well, Tom, is I don't remember saying any of that.
Dude. That's so true.
You know what I mean?
I don't remember that. I don't remember that at all.
I must have talked about it, obviously, when we came back from Easter, but I don't remember that.
No, and I remember the name. I remember Resto Barn. That's right. That's the only thing that jogged my memory. So I was like, Resto Bar, sorry, because it reminded me of Autobahn.
Right.
But, I mean, again, just another high watermark in the history of the show. Will it be topped? I don't think so.
I don't know how.
I don't know how you top that. Unless that, I can't think of a way. I can't think of a way that gets topped. Bested. It was just fucking, it was too good.
Oh, bro.
It was too good.
That's special stuff.
We roll a trip to Newcastle and then a trip, quick nip back to the homestead into a weekend in Brisbane for Magic Round. Which should be pretty fun, dude. This Magic Round, it's going to be pumping up there, but it's also going to be shitting with rain, which is less cool.
Look, it is what it is. We'll be up there. A reminder, punters and dribblers, will be the Caxton from 1 till 3 on Saturday. We're going to ship a couple of summer tans up.
Yeah.
And hand them out just as a thank you.
Free summer tans.
We're not going to be handing out shitloads.
If you come to the meet and greet,
but
some people will get them.
There will be a considerable number.
There'll be a decent number of summer tans.
A decent number. Just as a thank you for fucking getting around us and being mad cunts. So come down, say good day. We'll have a couple of beers, and then we'll just be ripping around Caxton Street all night. I would suggest.
I would imagine that that's going to be the case.
But look, people are saying this and that about the rain. At the end of the day, bruh, pack your fucking Wish Wellingtons and throw on a raincoat and you'll be fine.
I mean, that's what William does.
William's
Wish
Wellington's fame.
Of William's Wish Wellington's fame. He got it. He got the memo.
He got the fucking memo, bro. But not only did he get the memo, Tom, he's given us the blueprint.
Well, he has. Wear them. He's built his whole image around these fucking things.
I know. He's shown you how to fucking do it.
Yeah.
What's required.
You put them on, and then you wear them.
And that's it. And you get about town looking like a bit of a vibe.
Yeah, looking like a cool guy.
Looking like a cool guy or girl,
There were some dribblers about last night. Shout out to everyone who came and said g'day. There was a fuckload. One came up and said g'day as I bit almost completely through my lip and I was dealing with blood pouring out of my mouth.
They were good. They were patient as well, which was good in the sense that you and I were fucking starving. We were just trying to pound some prawns and some.
Once we found food, I got into my work.
I must admit, Tom, I'm still thinking about what that butter chicken would have tasted like.
I know, dude. So was I. I was like, what did we miss?
That's what we missed.
But I mean, like, what did we miss in missing the butter chicken is what I think about, How good was it? Everything else was great.
That's what I'm saying. And because everything else was so good, I'm starting to think that butter chicken would have been fucking red hot.
Could it have stacked up globally?
Well, it may have. It may have been in the conversation. At the end of the day, we'll never know. But shout out to the dribblers for getting around us and saying good day. Always appreciate having a yarn with you. I don't remember any of your names except a bloke named Harry Hot Hat.
Well, I don't think that was his name. We didn't know his name, but he was wearing a fucking summer tan, so we were calling him Harry Hot Hat because he kept coming up to us.
So his name wasn't Harry?
No, he kept saying, Harry's not my name. We go, yeah, but it sounds good with Harry Hot Hat.
Right.
You got to understand that, Harry. I think there was a guy called Jordan. That was the only one.
Yeah, I remember Jordan.
I don't remember Jordan. I don't
remember
I remember Jordan. You didn't remember. I just remember Jordan telling me his name was Jordan, and he was like, "You better fucking shout me out." And I was like, "I'm not shouting you out," but now I have. So shout out.
I see. He has been shouted out.
He has. Well, because I remembered his name. He did well.
He did very well.
He managed to stick in my brain. Not much stuck in my brain, and Jordan did.
But back to Magic Round. Tom will be going up there with Seb and Tobler on Friday.
Tomorrow.
You're going to the game, aren't you?
Yeah,
Manly game.
going Manly Bronx. Hopefully, we fucking got seats undercover.
Listen here as well with the Manly game. These
When
are the
we
facts.
talk rugby
These
league, by the way, we do it for our good friends at KO.
Love you, KO. If you can't make Magic Round, put yourself on the couch, okay? Put your feet up. Get to where Tom and I are.
Yeah.
You're looking at like 175-ish. Is that right?
Probably a little. Oh, yeah. We're not off 180 degrees here. I'd say probably 160.
160. Get to about 160 and put KO on and just pound all the games. It'll be a great weekend.
Yeah.
You can't miss doing
A magic weekend.
It'll be a magic weekend on the couch.
Yep.
Shipping your best Chinese, shipping your best burgers, your best Indian.
Rip open a couple of blokes.
That's right. Now, for those that think that Brisbane are a sniff this weekend, need I remind you of what we did to Brisbane last year on 2 separate occasions, I believe?
Humped them.
Humped. Humped. Okay? Humped. Those fucking Bronco gimps into the earth. I've got 50 in my head, Tom. Do we put 50 on them?
I see a 50, maybe a 60, maybe a 70.
Now, we are not full strength, but we're pretty fucking close. We got all the thoroughbreds back, ready to rip and tear. Tommy Turbo's got another game under the belt. I expect him to come out and be an absolute handful.
Burbo starting at centre, getting ready just to put Katoni Staggs in his place.
Yeah,
No one's been able to do it.
I think we
Burbo's
see Katoni potentially retire after the treatment Burbo gives him on Friday night. Tom, is that too much?
I don't want him to retire, but there's every chance that he has no other option because Burbo just embarrasses him so much.
You know,
I don't want him to retire.
No, we don't want him to retire at all. But it
might have to
possible.
happen.
It's possible. It is possible. I am not worried whatsoever by the rain. I think that DCE fucking loves wet weather football. It's where he does his very best work. I'll take you back, Tom, to our comprehensive wet weather win over Newcastle. Some great judges calling it the greatest wet weather win of all time.
They are.
We had a similarly, I can't say that word, impressive performance against the Dogs in the wet. Now, some might say it was only by a point, but I think that if you watch the tape, you'll find it was a bit more than that.
Closer the win, the bigger the win.
That's it. So I think that that's what we do. We fucking love playing in the wet, bruh. We love the slop.
We're slop operators. Sloperators.
We're sloperators. We operate in the slop. If you go to our, if you're looking at a horse and you go to, what does this fucking horse look like? What does it do on the heavy stuff? When you go to our heavy record, it's impeccable. No losses, all wins,
never.
undefeated in the wet.
Yeah.
That's a fact. So I'm not worried. I think that if you're a punting man and you're doing it
Or woman,
and you're doing it with Neds, I'd be looking very, very, very closely at that Manly 13 plus margin because that's money, baby. Mm-hmm. That's how you look. It's a panty dropper bet.
Yeah.
Manly 13 plus.
Yeah. Always has been, always will be. A panty dropper bet, especially mine, which is Manly 13 plus, Tuapolo to Turbo and Ruben to get a Hattie. It's only paying $94. Sorry. Sorry for throwing value at you.
It's only paying $94.
Sorry for waterboarding you with value.
That's the only good waterboarding.
Well,
If you're getting waterboarded
if you're
with
getting
value,
waterboarded with value, then, play on. Good luck trying to get me to fucking cave, or to speak, to give up secrets. if you're waterboarding me with value, I'm just like, keep going, bro. Send more my way.
Yeah.
Drown me in value. I don't give a shit.
I'm not giving up a goddamn thing.
Nah,
Much like James Bond, played by Pierce Brosnan in Die Another Day.
Yeah, or
he
Jason
didn't give up
Bourne.
shit.
Jason Bourne of Bourne Ultimatum, of Bourne's
Supremacy, of Bourne
Legacy,
Identity.
maybe, Bourne Identity, of one where fucking Jeremy Renner did it and no one, and then they just went straight back to Matt Damon. It was like, fucking relax, Jeremy Renner, you're not Jason Bourne. Of that Bourne fame.
Yeah, like that's basically Tom.
Yeah.
Not giving up secrets because he prefers value.
Well, if you're waterboarding me with value, it's silly on your part because I love it.
He cannot get enough of it.
Yeah.
So Manly get the big W. Obviously, there's 8 games this round. Some of them better than others. There is one that does really catch the eye. Thomas, 7:30 p.m. Saturday night. 1v2 Storm v Panthers. This has got blockbuster written all over it.
It does.
Pap out, which muddies the water a little bit. I think it's fair to say. Supposed to be wet. What's your feeling, buddy? What are you seeing when you read the tea leaves?
Yeah,
bro?
I'm reading them. Don't you worry about that. I'm reading them. I'm smoking some of them as well, just for a bit of a high, a natural, unnatural high. You know, just to
Tea-based
pass the
high.
time. Yeah, smoking tea. I think they use that on film sets actually when they can't actually smoke cigarettes. Do your own research if you care enough to look into it. I see the Panthers winning, but I don't base that on anything. I've had an absolutely god-awful run with rugby league this season, so my opinion really shouldn't matter to anyone. I see Panthers winning, but Nick Meaney of Where the Fuck Have You Come From fame is in really good form. And when I say where the fuck have you come from, I know he came from the Knights and the Dogs, but I mean like form-wise, where'd you come from? He's going to fullback, so maybe like playing in a good side will help Nick Meaney continue to rip at fullback. So like,
There is talk that Tyron Wishart could play at fullback and Meaney stays on the wing. There's a bit of talk in late mail about that, but yeah, not sure.
Well, I mean, I don't know what Tyron brings specifically, Dave. Do you?
Look, he's a good footy player. You saw in the game last week, he made like a break or two.
I didn't see anything in the game.
Well,
week,
you should have.
I'm trusting you.
Look, he's a good player. He's just quite small and inexperienced, which could
what would you prefer?
be a bit issue. I don't know. I think he's definitely vulnerable.
What positions do you usually play with?
He's played a bit of everything for us. He's mainly a half and a hooker. But like if he's there kind of doing some stuff, but then
Could you put Munster at fullback?
yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like to go into kicks and stuff like that, I would be very nervous about Wishart under the high ball. But yeah, the fact that we have Munster and Hughes, who are both fullbacks, kind of helps as well if we want to kind of chop and change around.
Fuck up your halves.
Could you say, Tom, that there's a bit of Cotton Eye Joe about Nick Meaney?
I mean, I could say that, but I would love for you to, just maybe expand on your thinking for me.
Where did you come from? Where did you go? Where did you come from, Cotton Eye Joe?
Oh my God. Well, now you put it like that, Eddie. Yes, there's a fuckload. He's got it. He's got bucket loads of it. You could argue waterboarded in Cotton Eye Joe.
Cotton Eye Joe, a dear friend.
Where did you come from? Where did you go, fame?
He was mysterious, Cotton Eye.
Well, he came and he went, and no one knew where. Either way.
He had cotton for eyeballs.
Yeah, Cotton Eye.
So even he didn't know where he went
How
either.
the fuck's he meant to know? He can't see shit. Cotton in his eyeballs. Did Cotton Eye Joe. Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
I don't know if we've got much more in us.
How long have we been going for, Tobler?
I reckon a
50, 50 great, honest, true.
50 really
hard,
robust minutes.
I reckon that you'd be hard pressed to find more robust minutes.
Like, I don't know if you can find a better 50 minutes in podcast history.
Sorry, boys. We can extend this a little bit because I just found out the meaning of Cotton Eye Joe, or one of the, meanings.
I hope it's not etch.
It's not
No, it's not etch. Well, I mean, it's not that etch. It's basically having been blinded by drinking bad alcohol or wood alcohol, which turns the eyes milky white.
Wow. That's actually interesting as fuck. So that would have what happened back in the day if you were drinking,
moonshine.
Bad moonshine.
And that's why they don't know where they came from or where they went. Because they got cotton eyes.
Wow.
That's cool. I like that. I mean, I don't like the idea of getting cotton eyes, but it also makes the song a little scat. Because it's very like...
No.
Well, so the original song was actually like an American folk song that started, like people knew it in the mid-1800s. So it kind of like, it was like played with banjos and shit, I don't know. But it, the version we know isn't the original.
Do we have the original?
From the 1800s?
Well, fuck, Dave. I'm assuming that it's not a recording.
I'll try to find it.
I can hear Mozart. I'm sure I'm not hearing him fucking banging away on the harpsichord. Dior, if that's right. But you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, the harpsichord, that was what they had before pianos.
Is that right?
Yeah, because pianos were invented because harpsichord essentially is played the same way, but you can't make harpsichords louder or softer. They're all at the exact same volume level. So pianos were made like if you press the key lightly, it taps it lightly, but if you press it hard, it can be louder. That's why the piano's full name is a pianoforte, which in Italian means, I think, loud and soft.
Good from you, Dave.
Dave coming in here.
You're living up to your name, bro.
Yeah, you're having a good show today, mate.
You're having a great show over there, bro.
I think it's not hard to look good next to you two at the moment.
Well,
I don't know if that was necessary. That seems a little bit mean-spirited.
I think that's a little off.
That's a little off colour.
Yeah, I think that's off colour. I think that's in poor taste.
Yeah. Before we do wrap this bitch up, Eddie, go home to our loved ones. We do have merch coming out next week.
Yeah, better believe it.
The Dior hoodies and the summer tan hats. Summer tan, if you're on YouTube, you can see on top of my head. The Dior hoodies are just over there. I know you can't see them, but they're right there, I promise.
They are right there, we promise. Now, next Thursday is looking like the day that merch will be released. You will be kept in the loop, obviously. But you don't want to miss these fuckers, bro.
Nah.
You don't want to miss these. Summer tans, this is it, bro. There will be no more. Ever again.
Dior hoodies. Done. Never.
Again. So you got to get in while the getting's good.
You got to get in. And, every time to this very day, we still have people, mate, you're making any more punters and dribblers hats? Are you making any more last dribble T-shirts? You making any more bounce out trackies? No, dude. No. They come but once, and then they goeth forever.
We moveth oneth. Intuith. The futurist.
Okay. All right. If there was ever a sign, this thing's done. Thursday, 6 p.m., unless you hear anything else, which would mean that there has potentially been a logistical nightmare that we've had to deal with and the date changes. But 6 p.m. next Thursday, Summer Tans, Dior hoodies. That is us, motherfuckers. See you at Magic Round if you're up in Brizzy, and if not, we will see you next week.
Peace.
Ciao.
Could you two just not talk anymore?